What is up, everybody? This is Carlos, brought to you by Carlos Power Media. And today we're going to do a discussion regarding something that's recently came out regarding there is a petition that wants Marvel to invest a portion of Black Panther's profits in the Black communities. And this is stirring up a little debate as well, and you guys may have some thought or suggestions or some feedback on what you think about this as well. But we're going to get into this actual article that was placed out that's talking about this, and I want to know what you guys think regarding this. I know what I pretty much think just looking at the title, but we're going to get into this. Now, it states that Black Panther is one of the most anticipated films of the actual year, and some fans want to see a portion of those profits made from that movie to be invested into the Black communities. Now, according to this article, it says a change.org petition asks Marvel to invest 25% of their film's profits into the Black community. Petition creators Chaz Gormley wrote, through a clever, well-manufactured marketing campaign, Marvel Studios and their parent company, the Walt Disney Company, has targeted the Black community with their advertisements for this movie. Due to the release that's coming out this February 16, 2018, as a marginalized group has become more vocal, you know people always want to be vocal about stuff, corporations and their savvy public relations department have turned to catering to these groups to turn a profit. Sometimes you know how it is when PR tries to stir up a lot of stuff just to bring attention to things, to try to get more people to see it, as well as stir up to try to get more money into that box office as well. It ain't even got to be a movie. I've seen it in other situations as well. Gormley points out examples of Marvel's targeting the Black community with its marketing campaign, including the decision to release the film during Black History Month. Black Panther, Black History Month. What a coincidence. Oh my God, this is just funny to me. And pretty much, and Jill Scott Heron said the revolution will not be televised, playing in the background of the film initial trailer. So they're taking the focus really off of what they're actually doing. It's kind of weird. Now it says here that the petition calls out the Black community to wield its power and requests that Marvel and its parent company Disney back into communities that have been gentrified and face police brutality and substandard living conditions. Okay, I don't get this. What does a movie have to do with all of this stuff? What does it have to do with it? I don't know. It seems like every time that Black people or a Black something situation is involved in something, people always try to it seems like it's being subjectified, like, okay, we're marketing to the Black people, but it's making it seem like all Black people are living in the ghetto, or all people are living, you know, in situations that are not substandard to where everybody else is. I don't get it. I just don't get it. As it stated, the petition calls on the Black community to wield its power and requests that Marvel and its parent company Disney back into the communities that have been gentrified and face police brutality and substandard living conditions. I just don't get that part. And then it says you have the ability to not only be entertained by coming to this movie, and they know it's going to be entertaining, but to leave the theater in February, we're in February, knowing that a portion of your money will be coming back into your community. I just don't get that. When has a movie ever went out, or any time that we have ever went to go see a movie, that we seen the proceeds of any movie that we ever went to go see, a lot of the proceeds from the ticket sales went back into the community? I personally ain't seen that. If you have, please tell me of a situation where you did, because I haven't seen anything like that. And especially in the Latino community, the black community, or any community, I haven't seen it. Please tell me if you did, because I don't get that. I have never seen a case where, you know, based on you marketing to certain demographics, and then based on those people within those demographics going to support something, and then it goes back into the actual community. I have never seen that, not from no movie sales. But this is kind of weird to me. You can tell me what you think. I'm willing to hear it. You know, but this is kind of weird to me. And then it says to not only go see a film about a fictitious country in Africa with advanced technology, but the opportunity to invest in programs which focus on fields, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics that make such advancements possible in real life. Really? Really? Now, didn't they just say all of this stuff is fictitious? We see stuff on TV all the time, but looking at what we see on TV versus what the reality is that we live in is two different things. You know, a lot of times when you watch TV, they always show people, I don't care if they poor or whatever it may be, a lot of times you see them living better than some of us. And I know I live pretty good. I thank God for it, but I do. But the thing is, I just don't understand how every time we see stuff on TV, it looks like these people really don't have no problems, and if they did, it's usually only relationship. But they be looking like they living pretty good on some of them shows. But a lot of stuff we see in the movie theaters, unless it was based on a true story, which most of this stuff ain't. But like they said, it's going to be fictitious. It's about a fictitious country in Africa, you know, with advanced technology. Stuff that don't even possibly even exist yet. You know, so, and then they want to try to convert that into the minds and hearts of people to think that, okay, by you watching this film, it's going to make you want to go out and learn how to do math. It's going to make you want to go out and be advanced in science and stuff, and that's not always the case. Sometimes just being in your household and your parents and your friends and your family, you know, pushing you to want to do something or to better yourself. Sometimes you can see what's going on in your household and you want a better life sometimes than what you see or what you have. But I don't get this. And pretty much this group that's out here that's trying to get Marvel to invest, you know, the proceeds, some percentage of the proceeds into the black community. What do you think about that? I know what I think. I think it's a little crazy to me, because movie theaters or movie studios are not always obligated to do stuff like that. I have never seen them where they actually donate money from proceeds to a actual community of a certain creed or color. I've never seen it. I don't get it. I just don't. You know, I've always seen when there have been like disasters and things like that, you would see a lot of actors and actresses kind of step up and do telethons and different things like that and raise money, as well as they make donations and stuff. But a studio to physically do that just because you have black people that are starring in a movie, and if we know this movie is going to be very successful, so is that a reason really to say, hey, we have black people acting in this movie, you're marketing to black people, so take part of those proceeds and put it back in the black community? I ain't never seen that done. And for this group to set up a change.org petition to get Marvel to do something like that, good luck with that, because I don't see it happening. It's just kind of weird to me. When I saw this topic, I was like, how are they going to do that? Are you saying that if they don't, you're going to sabotage the movie or something? Or people ain't going to go see it? Or you're going to boycott it or something? I don't get that. I don't understand that. I believe that Marvel has placed, you know, all things happen within a season. Marvel has placed this movie in the lineup to be seen this month in February. It's a long time coming. We have been waiting for this movie for real. And when I was watching the actual trailers, I ain't gonna lie, I got goosebumps. And a lot of movies don't do that to me. I have been in some movies to see them and I'm like, man, this is boring, or you're about to fall asleep because it's already dark in there unless the music wakes you up. But this movie gives me goosebumps. When I watched those trailers, I was like, man, I gotta see it, I gotta see it. And then you can look at the pre-sales that was done for this movie. We know it's gonna do good. All of the young black little boys and little girls and young men and young women and adults, they are going to be happy to see this actual movie. And I think this movie is going to elevate additional movies to follow for the Black Panther as well. So we may see a Black Panther 2 or a Black Panther integrated with something else. And you know, with the Marvel's movie that is coming out, Black Panther is going to be a part of, you know, all of that Avengers that's going to be coming out as well. So I think this movie is going to be great. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to go watch it in Adobe Digital, because I personally think that experience is better than IMAX from what I just experienced. And I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. And I'm going to go see this. So tell me what you think about this petition. Do you think it's okay for people to put something like that together to do that? It just seems a little weird for me. Like, you're putting Marvel's hands behind their back and saying, hey, you need to be doing this because you're marketing to black kids and black people that after they go see this movie, you need to put a certain percentage of the proceeds from the film that you're going to make globally and invest it back into the black communities. That just seemed kind of weird. What happened to state and local governments? Shouldn't they be doing this stuff that these people are petitioning this movie studio to do? Shouldn't it be the local and federal government providing those resources into those communities, making sure people have the things that they need to be successful citizens? Whether you're black, white, Mexican, Asian, regardless of what nationality you are, it shouldn't make no difference. Everything should be available to all people, not just a certain group of people. But tell me what you think about this petition. I think it's kind of weird. And when I saw this, I was like, what? You know, but let me know what you think about the petition that wants Marvel to invest a portion of Black Panther's profits into the black communities within Black History Month. I don't get it. But help me to understand, because I don't understand. But this is Carlos with Carlos Power Media. Go ahead and comment below and tell me your thoughts about this. Now, there is a subscribe button over there. It's a red button over there that says subscribe. All you have to do is just boop, click that button and you are subscribed, and turn on your notifications. We have a lot of great things coming your way. This is Carlos with Carlos Power Media, and see ya.